Okay, YouTube. We're gonna try this. Put a video up on YouTube here. I'm just showing you my 1997 32-foot Holiday Rambler, and I'm gonna do several improvements on it and gonna update as we go. But I just kind of wanted to show you around it real quick. I looked up a lot of videos on YouTube on different things about these trailers and stuff, these campers, and so I thought I would just add to the collection. So anyhow, basically what we have is this. We bought this in Wyoming towards the end of January, and needless to say we haven't been out camping yet, but you can kind of see how it had this line on it. You can kind of see that dirt right there, and it kind of went all the way around the camper. So it's kind of looked like it was sitting in a big snowdrift, is what I'm thinking. So I started working on it before I decided to take pictures. So it's kind of stupid, but that's usually how I roll. This part here, the front, I washed by hand and tried to wax it, because the front and the rear are fiberglass, and then the sides are all, aluminum. So I'm not going to bother trying to. I washed this side. I don't know if you can see down it or not. I can't really tell. It's got a little bit of a shine. I only went as far as the door, and she's looks to be like she might be a pretty good camper. It's typical as far as your storage outside. There is hardly none. There's one little frickin' drawer, which would be right here. And that's all the outside storage there is. But I will say there is a shitload on the inside. So anyhow, walking around here, I went and I changed all the, or most I should say, of all the bulbs to LEDs. I've got 120 SMDs on the security lights. There's 4 of them total, one on each corner. And then I put in all new LEDs for all your courtesy lighting and such, for the hitch. Actually, for the jack, there's one in here. I haven't obviously changed that one yet, but I broke the damn lens trying to get it out, so I got to figure out how to fix that. But anyhow, I'm going to change everything to LED bulbs, all the clearance lights, all that good sort of stuff. I have one in this particular one. I don't know if you can see it, but that right there is the LED. It's just touching the lens, so I don't know if it's gonna get hot enough to where it'll melt into that or not. It's gonna be kind of a trial by fire, which is kind of funny. I'll explain that later. So anyhow, it's pretty freaking nice. I like it compared to our last camper. Another one of those courtesy lights. And then they built, whoever had this before, I don't know who did or what, but they built this really nice rack. But the only problem for me is some bitch is welded on, which is good because it won't, shouldn't fall apart. But I'm gonna end up cutting it off and putting a receiver in. I think I might actually put 2 other deals to kind of, for these sides to slide in. I kind of like that idea of having the extra stability, and then make different deals for the back here that I can. My wife is an artist, and we go around and we sell art and stuff, and so we want to build some kind of, I don't know, some kind of little enclosure here to keep her art in. So we'll see how that goes. That's in the future. Anyhow, going around it, you can kind of see it's got the ladder. Ooh-wee. It goes up to the roof. This camper, I haven't looked up the VIN number on it yet, but from what I can tell, it was originally sold in Paris, Texas, and we bought it from Wyoming RV brokers in Mills, Wyoming, which is just outside of Casper, and had a fantastic deal with them. Don, the owner of it, he's the one that sold this to us. We saw it on Craigslist. It was posted 7 hours, and we made a deal, and then a week later we went down and picked her up. So, and it's got obviously the 50 amp plug-in deal, and it's got, phone and TV like that. It's really gonna matter much. It does have a 10-gallon hot water here, which is sweet. It has this, I don't know, I had a buddy, I don't know if it's true or not, but he says it's considered a 14-foot slide. I don't know about that. As you can see, if you measure from that end to this end, I measured 12 foot 8 inches, so whatever. It had obviously I'm assuming an awning over the slide, but it didn't make it. Here's another one of those courtesy lights, and I think these are 72 SMDs, so they're pretty damn bright too. I figure with all these lights you'll be able to see pretty good at night. And so, going to the slide, back to where we kind of started, in the dirty crap. So, like I say, I'm going to end up washing and waxing the front and the rear and the sides. I'm just going to wash with a, like an RV brush, with the hose and such, and then wash it by hand. And I'm going to purchase some, they call it black streak remover. It's just a spray bottle that'll take off all this crap that I couldn't get off with, even with waxing. Well, actually I didn't wax this side. I don't know if you can kind of see, it looks pretty crappy. But anyhow, that is what I plan on doing. This one here is an interesting thing. We bought this camper 3 or 4 years ago, and last year we went camping at Memorial Weekend, and we had all our grandchildren. I got 5 grandkids. We had all but one with us, and we left it in the campsite, and then went up to the lake and had the sheriff come find us and told us that our camper caught on fire and she burned down. So basically we nicknamed this the burn victim. I nicknamed it. I call it the burn victim now. We had 4 5-gallon gas cans full of fuel, premium fuel, right there, cabled on in the back, with 2 20-pound bottles of propane. Plus we had 2 full 30s that were sitting here, and we had a gallon of Coleman stove fuel, you know, kerosene, whatever you want to call it, white gas, whatever, and a bottle of tiki oil. So this basically was a bomb just waiting to happen. And I have no idea how the fire department got here in time, but you can kind of see I parked it here and pulled out some of the shit that was in it. As you can tell where the fire started. Refrigerator. Sheriff told me that there was about a 3-foot flame coming out the back of that. When he got there, he was the first one to respond to it. And you can see she's toast. And one thing that I can say is that we had absolutely no insurance on it, so we ate this one. We lost a couple of grand inside here with food and such and all that kind of crap. I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to get black soot all over me, because that shit doesn't come off very easy. Anyhow, I'm going to strip the good parts out of it, keep it for probably the rest of my life, and my kids will end up throwing it away. So we'll go inside here, and I'm gonna show you a couple of, yeah, here you go. Here's that can. Both of these were in the camper underneath the dinette bed there. So I don't know how long the thing smoldered for, but it's amazing it didn't burn to the ground. My plan for this camper is to, obviously it had a awning on it at one time, and I guess they just somebody decided to just shit can the whole thing instead of buying a new, the new vinyl for it. Unless it was all messed up, I don't know. But it's 19 feet from that mount to that mount there. So I don't know if it's an 18-footer. I want to put the biggest one I can. So anyhow, I'll go inside here. I am working on it, so it is a little messy as far as this stuff is concerned. The thing with the dealer that we bought it from in Wyoming RV Brokers, because of the deal that we made, they said that they would not be responsible for cleaning it, which we thought, okay, that's fine. And they did do the leak down or pressure test the propane lines. I guess that's a law in Wyoming. They have to, every dealer has to do that. So they did that. It all checked out fine. But boy, was she a filthy mess in here. Man, oh man. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just, my wife spent a day scrubbing down this whole ceiling, and while everything was like sticky with grease, it was disgusting. So I don't know who